Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Today we're going to be looking at JOYO O.M.B one-man band looper pedal. Is it worth your money? Let's take a look. So the first look, you can tell this pedal is made of this nice metal material. It has very solid construction and the surface is smooth to the touch. Overall, it gives the same vibe of any name brand pedals on the market and just doesn't feel cheap. Now you can see this pedal features 4 knobs, a volume for the looper, a volume for the drum track, a genre select knob, and a drum pattern select knob that they call bar knob. Then there is a mode selection toggle switch, a tab tempo button, and finally the main foot switch. On each side we have the input and output. And the top and the bottom you will find a highlighted LED, and then the power input is on this side. Finally, on the bottom of the pedal, there is also a switch that controls the LED, which we will discuss later. Now, before I show you how this pedal works, I want to show you how this pedal looks, because one of the highlighted features of the R series pedal is the LED. As you can see, it is super bright. It really adds a cool look to your pedal board. Once you engage the drum or the looper plus drum mode, the tab tempo button will start flickering at the tempo that you set. Now, aside from the tab button, you probably noticed that the green LED is also flickering at the same rate. That's because the sync mode is currently on. Remember the switch on the bottom that we mentioned earlier? Here it is. Aside from the sync mode, there is also a always and an off mode. Always means the LED will stay on the whole time, and off, well, it means off. Now let me quickly show you how this pedal works. The way the foot switch works is pretty standard and similar to most other looper pedals out on the market. You press once to start the recording, and once to stop. Once it starts looping, you can double tap to stop, or press once to start overdubbing. If you overdub something you don't like, you can press and hold to erase. However, if you do press and hold again, it will restore the erased overdub. This means you can only erase one overdub. If you don't like the one before the one you just erased, you will have to start from the top. Now, what's worth mentioning here is that O.M.B features unlimited overdubbing, so you can overdub as many times as you need. I've recorded something very silly to test this, and it just keeps going and going and going. The only limit with this looper is that it has a 40 minutes recording time. Next, we have the drum mode. This mode just plays the drum track for you. While you can play over it, you cannot record with this mode. Within each genre, you also have 7 patterns to select from as well. I personally don't find it very useful, but you can still get creative with this. Lastly, we have the looper plus drum mode. Obviously, this is where you can jam and record along with the drum machine. This is why having a separated looper and drum volume knob is essential, as you will need the ability to independently control each volume. The mode pretty much functions exactly the same as the looper mode, with the exception that there is clicks before you start recording, just like playing with a drummer. Before we wrap things up, I want to highlight two things here. First, the looper and the looper plus drum mode have independent memory from each other. So if you record something in the looper mode and switch to the looper plus drum mode, your loop will stay. Second, I'm not entirely sure, but I do believe there is an internal battery that keeps the recorder loop on the pedal, because I have unplugged the pedal and left it for a few days and the loops are still stored the next time I use it. Now I don't know how long it will remain on the pedal, but it is something I wanted to mention. Well, there you have it, the JOYO O.M.B looper pedal. For the price you pay, I will certainly say it is very much worth it. The only thing I really wish JOYO would have included is an USB port. Having the ability to export what you recorded just makes your looper pedal that much more useful, because you never know when inspiration may strike. However, with all that said, I would recommend this pedal to musicians of all levels, especially for those who are trying to practice improvisation. Pedals like this is definitely an essential if you are practicing improving. Alright, this will conclude the review. I've included 3 clips of me playing something with the looper. Please enjoy and let me know what you think.